Okay, so to your point, going into this series, I think people would have had a conversation about whether Luka is above Paul George as the, quote, best player in the series. Kawhi first, definitely, but then where you would put Luka or Paul George going into the series might have been more a question. I know for the first 4 games, we'll talk about that in a second. What about around the league? So if I was going to say you had to win a game tonight, I'm not talking about building for the future. You have to win a game tonight. How many players are you taking ahead of Luka Doncic? Because he's a 21-year-old in his first ever playoff series, and if you give me anything less than 5 or 10 guys, I'm going to say that's some.
No, I think, let's take KD and Steph, Clay, like guys that aren't in.
Would you take Clay?
No, but I'm just saying. Well, yes, because Clay in game wins. We talk about game 6 Clays. We talk about game 6 Clays. That man has done some absurd things. He has made a lot of people sleep.
I'm taking him over anyone.
But my thing is this: he hasn't faced an elimination game.
Right.
That was a very important win, but he hasn't faced an elimination game. So I'm not being critical of him. I'm just saying that he's still top 5.
Right.
I think there's the Brons, there's a Kawhis, there's a few guys that you would take over him, but he is yet to face an elimination game.
I'm just saying, though, he is up there. And
I think based on your question, what's going on inside of the bubble, there's not too many players that you would take over him. There's obviously guys that are playing well, Donovan Mitchell, Lillard, but, hey, it's going to be hard to look over him.
Hard.
Ooh, all right, I do want to circle back to Paul George. After struggling in games 2 and 3 of this series, he had another rough day yesterday, guys, scoring 9 points, 3 of 14 from the field. Now, earlier today, Doc Rivers says that he wants George to shoot even more. Quote, I feel very confident about PG. Scottie, you weren't worried about Paul George when I asked you about him on Friday. You were saying just focus on the defense. Are you starting to worry about him now?
Well, I'm still thinking that if he get his defense going, he'll be better offensively. I think Luka Doncic is dominating him. I mean, I don't think neither him or Kawhi has taken on that challenge to say, hey, we're going to stop this kid, using your fouls up, telling your big mans how to clog the lane. I mean, to me, he passes the ball when he wants to, and he's laughing at him when he passes it because it takes 2 or 3 of them to stop him.
No, I completely agree with Scottie. It's like he is by far the second best player in this series. Luka is. And if you're not shooting the ball well, just be like, all right, I'm playing defense nonstop.
Right.
Like, my goal is to try and slow this kid down because I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop him. But Paul George right now, it's either physical or mental or both, which is a bad combination. If you're not there mentally, if you're not there physically, so I don't know what it is. Do I believe in Paul George? Yes, I believe in him. I believe that over the course of winning a championship, you're going to have 2-3 bad games, foul trouble. But right now, I think there's some mental aspects to it, and I don't know about physically, but definitely mental.
All right, Scottie Pippen says that he can see Luka smiling at Paul George when Paul George comes to defend him. That's not what you want. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.